Welcome to the Parenting Roundabout podcast. I'm Terry Morrow.
And I'm Catherine Haleko.
As parents and parenting writers, we can't help but see everything through a parenting lens. But as our kids have become adults, we find ourselves more interested in getting caught up on movies and streaming than on going over the same parenting topics over and over.
So since we're pretty sure we can find parenting wisdom anywhere, we're going to talk about what we're watching, what we thought about it, and maybe what we can learn from it, if only what not to do. Watch and listen along, and let's all make like we're doing something important for our families.
Each Tuesday, we bring you a watch or rewatch of an older entertainment property, and for this week of September 9th, we are continuing with Lost! Season 1, Episode 10, Raised by Another, a particularly fraught episode.
Yeah.
We have nightmares that cause your palms to bleed. We have attacks. Was it an attack? Was it not an attack? And we have Tom Cruise's cousin not being on the manifest.
Creepy. And also the creepy psychiatrist. Not psychiatrist.
Yeah.
Creepy
psychic. Not one of those wholesome psychics that just, take your money and tell you something nice. No, he puts you on a plane to doom.
Yeah.
You must be on this flight. Did they say 8:15 enough times?
Yes.
But creepy.
Mm-hmm.
We have apparently met our first other.
Yeah, E10.
And this is the thing when you have just random extras wandering around without names and differentiation. It's hard to know when somebody else just kind of wanders in.
Right. So they have to make a big deal.
After how many weeks getting the idea? Maybe we should make a list. I don't know.
Well, and then, by the way, we do have a list already.
Yes. They wait till he's done all these interviews to tell him, you mean a list of people that were on the plane? Hey.
Oh, like this one right here?
Yes. But Sawyer is softening up. See, he's trying to be a good guy. He's trying to be a team player.
Yeah. He gets
Not another. He's one of them.
He gets about 1 minute of screen time to show that he's not a bad guy right now.
No. Here's a list. Now that you've done all the work.
Right.
But see, conveniently, that means that he can compare his list to the list and find.
Right. Exactly.
Just as Saeed stumbles out of the jungle, whispering about whisperers and others and crazy French ladies and all this stuff.
Right.
They discover a stranger amongst us who happens to be at that moment confronting Claire and Charlie with a really creepy look.
Yes.
I want to know the direction of that scene. Just look menacing in a creepy way.
Right.
Not like a lock with a knife way, but just like, what the heck is this guy?
Mm-hmm. He seems so normal gathering his fruits or whatever he was
doing. All he ever did was gathering sticks. I think he was always gathering sticks, which is the thing you do when your bosses tell you, go infiltrate that group and see what you can find out. It's like you don't want to do anything
Make
useful,
yourself look fairly useful.
I'll pick up some sticks and look around.
Right.
This is going nowhere good. But poor Claire.
Yes.
Her baby didn't even have a chance to have the bad daddy that he was going to have. The bad daddy,
the bad daddy
out even
out.
Before.
Yes, he did.
He seemed so nice. You never suspected that he would, that his impulsive, hey, let's have the baby would wear off after a few weeks.
Right.
Yeah. Good acting by that guy of absolute fecklessness. That must have been in the script. Just, sort of propose to her in a way that indicates that you don't really mean it. So.
Yes. And then
while it's hanging up curtains, that's it. I'm out.
Yeah. Well, wait until she's balanced on a ladder, able to fall out a window at any moment, and then break up with her.
Yes.
Great.
Curtains are the last straw. I think we all know that. How dare you try to domesticate me in this way with curtains?
Too much domesticity.
I'm a bare windows kind of guy, lady.
Yes.
Oh, man. He was not good. And the psychic also was. What up with him, man?
Yeah, what up?
So, Claire's having a bad day.
She is.
Bad couple of days because she's, has the nightmare the one night and has either a second nightmare or is actually physically attacked, presumably by Ethan on the second night.
Right.
And plus which she's, going to give birth any minute.
Yeah.
So.
And
no stress.
Charlie's being nothing but nice, but she's just like, dude, I'm not interested.
Yeah, I know. He's like a little puppy.
Yeah.
Love me, love me, love me. I love you.
Yeah.
Oh, poor baby. Poor baby and poor Claire also.
Yes, exactly. And I mean, so we got the flashbacks in terms of how she got on the plane, but
right,
not a whole lot else about her life, although I guess this is the most salient part right now.
Her baby must not be raised by another.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, when even the psychic gets creeped out, then you gotta worry.
Yeah.
So, what is his deal?
Yeah, there was some good face acting by that guy. Just like, what am I seeing here? I don't know. Yeah.
You never send the customer away. No, you say, I'll tell you, but it will be another $200.
Right. He wasn't having that.
Nope. But he sends her. It has to be on that flight.
Yes.
Does he know that he is sending her to Mystery Island?
Right.
And if so, why and who? And is everybody destined to be on this island?
Right.
Or just lucky her?
Right.
They thought she would be alone.
Yes.
They didn't realize there's going to be a whole manifest of people there to protect her. And various other personages.
But with this structure of, person of the week, flashback of the week, I know it's not going to be that way forever, but like, was it 2 or 3 or 4 episodes ago that Saeed got hit on the head? And there has been like no follow-up.
Yes, I'm surprised that he didn't that there hasn't been more conversation about it.
Yeah, like who did this?
Saeed obviously was talking to Locke about it and thought that Sawyer did it.
Right.
But there's been no further there was really no discussion directly of it, and no, they didn't have like an island council to say who attacked this guy.
Everyone just assumes that it's Sawyer, I guess.
But now they have a whole nother. There's other people on the island.
True.
It could have been anybody.
Right.
I honestly do not remember who it was, but Locke does seem like a likely suspect because he doesn't want to get off of there.
Right.
He just keeps getting better and better.
All the boar you can eat. Functional legs and plenty of boar. Right. And a little protege to train up in the way that you wish.
I bet he could make Claire a cradle in no time flat. Mm-hmm. I bet that would be his thing if she ever comes back. If the baby ever comes back.
Yes.
I don't remember.
Yes.
But, yeesh. I mean, things keep getting better for these guys, doesn't it? First they crash on a plane. Then the plane is attacking them. Then boars are attacking them. Right. They keep like kind of overcoming the thing. And then, oh, by the way, did we mention there's strange people on this island who may be hunting us, and also a crazy woman, and also somebody hit Saeed on the head, and also...
Well, also somebody might be attacking Claire, in her sleep while everyone else is sleeping right there.
I know. All this stuff. I remember when I first started watching this, and I don't know if it went this far into the series or if it was just at the very beginning, I was thinking... I had gone into it thinking this was going to be like a dramatized version of Survivor, where it was just going to be surviving on an island and dealing with the other people in your group. And
right.
It's like, I kept thinking, a monster? Do we need a polar bear? Do we just have them just surviving? Is that not enough drama? They got to find food. They got to get along with each other. What if some of these people are, bad guys? There's enough drama there. Do we need all this? But of course, yes, they needed all this other stuff. And, pretty soon all this other stuff is what it was about and not.
Right.
So, that's the show that it was. And okay, but I still keep thinking, seems like there'd be enough drama without that.
Yeah.
perhaps perhaps they got enough to deal with. Just keeping 40-some people alive.
Right.
Weather, animals, regular animals that you expect to see in the jungle.
Well, and a lack of any and all, medical supplies,
Yes.
hygiene items.
Yes.
And
It would be
everything.
interesting, wouldn't it?
Yes.
But no, it has to be weird.
Extremely.
We'll go with the weirdness. And somebody was insisting because it gets pretty weird.
We got to the end of this episode and I went to turn it off and my husband's like, well, don't you want to see what happened? Like, don't you want to watch the next one and see what happens? I'm like, well, I do, but I cannot. I can only watch one at a time because otherwise my discussion will be even more confused than it already is. So.
Yes. I have to keep telling my husband, wait, hit the button.
Turn it off.
Yeah. But I did accidentally start reading about the next episode when I was reading on Lostopedia about this episode. It's so easy to just hit the link and I'm like, is this next episode the one where this thing happens that I remember? Mm-hmm. That's a bad idea. When we saw Ethan last week, I thought, okay, I remember Ethan and Claire something. Is that going to be next week? Or I thought it was further away, but no. There he is.
There he is.
Weirdly. So I guess it goes from there.
Okay.
But stuff moves faster than I remembered it moving. The weirdness comes on a lot faster. I thought it was a little slower at the beginning for like the first season, but stuff is happening now that I thought was happening at the end of the season. So
Yeah.
they're not wasting any time.
Well, just like the polar bear was in like episode 2 or whatever.
That's right. They wanted you to know right away just what kind of show you were watching. So all the people who wanted it to be Survivor and don't want anything else could have left, and I hung on. I've liked me in my time some weird TV, so
See John from Cincinnati.
That's right. I've been thinking about writing something for my Substack about weird TV and, Twin Peaks and Fringe and Lost. And but I'm thinking that John from Cincinnati is like the purest distillation of weird TV because they just got that one season to just run amok.
Right.
And so they did. And they got in a Lostian 6 seasons of nonsense into one tight season.
Right.
That ain't easy, man. Whatever else, you got to respect that.
Right.
They ran so spectacularly off the rails in just like one HBO season of episodes.
Right.
So we tip our hat. Lost is taking its time, and yet it's off to a fast start. So you can see how much room for weirdness there is by how quickly they're getting into it.
Right. Quite a bit.
Yes. So I always enjoy how people get upset about things and scared about things, and their solution is to run into the jungle. Yes. What are you people doing? Beach seems like a pretty safe and clearly visible place to be. You can see what's coming at you.
Right.
The caves, at least you have other people.
The jungle
running randomly through the jungle. That does not seem like a place of comfort to me.
No.
Although now Shannon is calling them the rape caves. So
she's calling them the rape caves, and the whole place is Crap Hole Island.
Yeah.
Yes, Shannon.
And,
yes.
She's got a point. But Lost, ladies and gentlemen. That is what you will feel quite a lot of the time while you were watching this thing. What? Wait, where? Why? When? What are you doing? Where did you come from? In terms of parenting, I mean, the whole thing is basically parenting. You're trying to protect your, in this case, unborn child in a place where you cannot predict what is going on. Somebody is attacking you. Somebody is, and then the whole adoption thing. That, make sure before the birth mother comes in that all the pens work. Because this can be a very bad thing.
That's what tanked the whole thing. The pens.
Yep. the pens, you know? Just scribble on something with each one of them before you go.
Right.
Although, I suppose on this show, you've got to say, it was fate.
Right.
The psychic went in there beforehand and emptied out all the pens.
He was just scribbling for hours.
He just brought in some empty pens that he had around the house. Seated the lawyer's office with them.
And even the adoptive prospective mother's purse,
yes,
I believe, was the source of another pen.
Oh, man. As an adoptive parent, I'm watching that going, I know where this is going. And, oh, honey, I'm so sorry.
Right.
Oh, I wanted to give her a hug. And she was so nice. They didn't seem like, they had seemed evil and creepy. The guy, maybe, he didn't look like he was so sure about it, but the mom really wanted it.
Right. And she was going to sing the song.
Yes.
She was very happy to assure Claire that she would do that.
Yeah, I feel you, babe. Yeah. But honestly, probably just as well in this situation. Find yourself somebody who does not make a psychic afraid.
Right.
And, Jack still being in his role of island papa.
Yes.
Feeling responsibility for everybody's safety. Beating himself up for not believing somebody.
Right.
My kid came home complaining about something, and I just told him it was nothing and ignore it, and it turns out it was something.
Yeah, it turns out their appendix ruptured.
Exactly.
or their ulcer ruptured, or whatever it was. Oops.
Oops, I guess that was. Sorry.
Yeah.
So, a lot of powerlessness.
And going back to Claire for a second, what kind of... all the pressure of you need to raise this kid, like,
yes,
it needs to be influenced by your goodness. Like, oh no, that's a lot to ask of somebody. We're all trying our best here, but like,
no pressure at all. Unless your child is influenced by your goodness, evil things will happen.
Evil things will happen. Yeesh.
So don't ever raise your voice. Sweet, loving, lots of lullabies there.
Yeah.
It'll be fine.
Right.
You seem nice. I'm sure you can do it.
Yeah.
I was wondering how old Claire is supposed to be. I think the actress was like 23.
I feel like...
in some scenes, she seemed really young.
Yeah.
And in others, maybe a little older, but...
Yeah, I guess I was assuming like sort of... very early 20s.
Yeah.
But she could be like 19 or something. She could be.
I mean, in some cases, it sort of, she was giving off kind of a teenage vibe in some of the scenes. And in others, a little older. So on the island, she looks older. Maybe the island ages you. It's another thing it does.
Well, also on the island.
Shannon's not going to like that at all.
Shannon's 20. We know that now.
Yeah.
Age 20, address Crab Hole Island.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, this has set up a lot of things that we will look forward to seeing, advanced in the next episode, which has flashbacks for another person. So,
right. How's that all going to go?
Yes, it is a Jack episode, a Jack flashback. We get back to
Jack.
Again. We're going around again. Who hasn't had one?
We haven't had Hurley. We haven't had Shannon and Boone.
Yes, that's true.
We haven't had Michael. Right?
No, we haven't, had we?
So it's not...
It takes a while.
Jack's jumping the line.
Jack's jumping the line, but it's Jack.
It's Jack.
It's Island Papa.
Our
getting
hero,
another
Jack.
flashback.
Yeah.
He's got issues. This man's got issues.
Yeah.
And I bet they all have to do with his dad.
Yeah, well.
Anyway.
Tell us the name of the episode and we'll figure that out.
Yes, indeed. In fact, Season 1, Episode 11 of Lost is called All the Best Cowboys Have Daddy Issues. So the show's just putting it front.
Magic words.
It's like, okay, we know you figured it out by now, but we're just going to underline it with one of those pens that actually works.
Right.
But, daddy.
Uh-huh.
Anyway, so we will see you back here tomorrow to discuss Only Murders in the Building, which I think has no daddy issues. Does it? Have any of the episodes had daddy issues?
I don't think so.
It has old man issues, but anyway. Thank you for listening. You can find all our episodes on Spreaker, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, or wherever you get your podcasts. You can find recaps, links, and an opportunity to comment on our website at parentingroundabout.com.
You can also talk to us on our Facebook page, on Instagram, or on Twitter, where you'll find us at Roundabout Chat. And please visit our Amazon shop at amazon.com/shop/mamatude, where you can find links to a lot of the things we've talked about over the years.